What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and we are back for finally a return to F1 25 My Team Career Mode. We are here for round number 3 for the Japanese Grand Prix. Welcome back. I know it has been quite a minute since we've last done a career mode video, but I am here to bring you another one, and we are trying to get back into the swing of things as we get ready for round 3 for the Japanese Grand Prix as we approach the triple header as well. So this is going to be the part where it's gonna be pretty tough for the team, I'd say. In the game, obviously, upgrades are gonna be. Some upgrades won't be coming in time. Some upgrades might. Who really knows? You know what I mean? It's all gonna be a good understanding of where we are. But so far, I got a couple things already in research, and some things getting close for development. Also researching as well for possibly the chassis department might be also something we could be do. Obviously, like to see what developments we do have. We do have a front wing adjuster bracket that might be developed before the, I think that is going to be Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, so that will be ready for Jeddah hopefully. The plank is done, and that's basically in progress. That will be ready. I think that might be ready pretty soon. But a couple other things as well, durability, all the other stuff, nothing really too crazy to work about, and yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, so far, I mean, there's a lot still, and I'm still kind of getting used to it. I know this game has been out for almost 7 months now, but I'm still getting used to all this stuff that's going on, and that comes to multiple things. I mean, just trying to become a team owner, doing development, trying to get the team up to a good standard, all this stuff, and researching parts and getting parts ready. It's all a whole new process for me, so I'm still learning how all this works entirely, but I got the floor stays there that actually start researching. They'll be ready for Bahrain for at least the research part. We'll be ready, and pistons as well are getting ready. Also, we will be doing some form of durability upgrades eventually, but not at this moment right now. I kind of want to focus more on performance-wise as well. Activities now, I'm going to have to try to set myself up with activities, which I kind of forgot about this whole tab because I remember in 23 and 22 when I would play career mode, I would set up activities, but obviously that was when you're an owner driver. So now being a team boss, I kind of straight up forgot about all this stuff because obviously everything was wholly redone. Makes sense. But yeah, so we have a couple activities that are going to get done. We have some corporate stuff, and I think some couple other things as well. I think just little things. I don't think anything too crazy, but and all that fun stuff as well. But development time, gonna get that. I think we're gonna get that ready for Jeddah, and that should be complete before Jeddah heading into Miami. So we are gonna do that, and that will be ready. So get us some more front wing and some more, hopefully some better front end. But the plank should be done, and the plank I think is almost there. I think we gotta get to the 29th, and the plank I think has passed. So the development is complete.
We have a part or two ready for development because they finished research. Let's get that in motion, shall we? Head to engineering.
So yes sir, we'll get all this other stuff done, but yeah, the plank is done, so first upgrade is on the car finally. And canceling research, I don't want to do that now. I obviously do not want to stop any mid-progress that we already have. But I got a couple other things as well. Weight redistribution, the pistons as well have been complete, so that's going to be huge. And the spark plugs, which I think honestly the spark plugs is going to be probably the thing we focus on maybe, and we should have that ready hopefully that's ready for Miami. But yeah, a couple power tracks coming up. Bahrain, pretty long straight. Obviously gonna need some downforce. Jeddah as well, gonna be pretty. Jeddah's gonna be pretty tough. Obviously, lots of long straights, obviously as well, and Miami, which a couple pretty long straights. But planks now. Gonna equip it to Brendan. Obviously, we're driving as Brendan Lee this weekend, but I do want to hopefully get Lee some momentum going of the season. He's already had a rough start of the season. He hasn't really been, well, I should say, you know, if I didn't choke in Japan, he probably would have, not Japan, if we didn't bottle in Australia, he probably would have maybe got a point. But yeah, so far, practice 1 complete. Verstappen sets the time, 1:30.9, and Brendan is 1:32.1. Car does not feel too bad, but it doesn't obviously feel great, so hopefully we can get some momentum going for qualifying. And yeah, I guess Excuse me, sorry about that. And hopefully we'll just get everything ready for qualifying time. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. But lots of resource points, which hopefully we can start spending these points soon because we have a lot we could do to this car. But yeah, full focus now into Saturday.
A warm welcome, everybody, from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember, Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
Hopefully it's Brendan Lee that's on pole position. That's obviously a joke. That's not going to happen. Qualifying time for Japan, a track where I do not like. I hate this track, and the reason why I hate this track is because I suck at it. It's a beautiful track, though. Don't get me wrong. Beautiful track. This is one of my worst tracks. So obviously, hopefully to break that curse. We haven't really had success in Japan in any single career mode, so I'm hoping to kind of break that curse. I think the last time we've actually had a good result in career mode was probably before I even started YouTube, and that was probably all the way back in F1 2019. So it's been quite a minute for sure, but so far getting into Turn 1 car did not really plant too well with the front end. Definitely a lot of understeer through there, but in the 6th gear through here actually feels pretty stable through there. Obviously it does feel pretty slow, but Nico and we just...
Are you okay? That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
Well, we just completely hit the back of Nico. You could blame that on me. You could. I mean, kind of drifted out wide, but not really the best place to park it, mate. Yeah, Brendan's pissed. He has the right to be pissed. That was bad. That was really bad. Poor Brendan. He's been shafted again. Poor guy cannot catch a break. Lando Norris so far tops Q1 27.8. Yeah, we are on the back foot. I think this is more of a slightly cooked chat. I think we're chat. We might definitely just be cooked. I think at this point. I think cooked is the right way to say it. It's not good so far, but yeah, well, we're going to start last. Jack starts 21st. So Jack, I mean, again, having a horrendous qualifying. I think he was about 3/10 off of Liam Lawson there. So Antonelli's out, Carlos Sainz is out as well, and Jack Doohan's out as well. So a couple of big names out in qualifying, but I guess we'll just focus on the race and see what happens.
Welcome along to the legendary Suzuka. This classic racetrack boasts a long history dating right back to 1962 when it was first opened. Will more history be written here today at the Japanese Grand Prix? We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at a wet and windy Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with Sector 1 likely to prove especially difficult in these conditions. We should see overtaking into turns 1 and 16 today, and maybe a few Kobayashi-style dives into the hairpin as well. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Norris, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, and Alex Albon, Hülkenberg, Bortoletto, Ollie Behrman, and Gasly, Stroll, Hadjar, Jack Doohan, and Carlos Sainz, Antonelli, Lawson, Crawford, and Brendan Lee completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. Glorious Suzuka. It's a bit like Silverstone, an iconic track for which we couldn't have an F1 season without it. And so much for the drivers to think about round here.
Absolutely, Crofty. The only figure-of-8 circuit that we have on the calendar, and you kind of wonder, why don't we have more? Because it's such a good format. The drivers love this track. It's got a great flow to it, a fantastic circuit. Not the best for overtaking, but my goodness, from inside the car, it's a real treat for the drivers.
Okay, this is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix, which means there's a lot of very important people here behind the scenes. I'd love to give them a strong result to watch today, plus a good result might make my post-race meetings a little bit easier.
Well, I'm not really that bad of a boss, so I don't think you're going to be really in any trouble, Mark. But, yeah, obviously, Honda's home Grand Prix, so hopefully we deliver a good one for Honda for one final send-off. But, yeah, here we go for the final, well, for the 5 red lights. I am terrible at commentating clearly, and we are underway for round number 3 of the season. Pretty good start off the line so far. Jack as well getting a not too great of a start, but already go down the inside of multiple cars. Antonelli, Sainz, Lawson, and all those guys, and more move down the inside on Isaac Hedger and Lance Stroll as well. So we're making up quite a couple moves. We got to turn down this dip a little bit. Obviously, it's going to be full wets for the entire race. Yeah, you cannot make this up. It's going to be piss poor rain the entire time, and I'm not the guy that likes the rain too much, so this is going to be miserable, especially when your car is not that great. But Isaac Hedger, looking around the outside through the S's we go, and Hedger goes down the inside, and he makes that pass perfectly, and he nailed it. So GG's to Hedger. That was really good racing between the AI as we head into Degna 1 as we go on through. But yeah, so far everything's been pretty clean. At the opening laps, obviously we already made up a couple positions, and kind of lost a few positions, but nothing crazy. Obviously from the tremendous start we've had, already lost 2 already from that as well. But down the inside, Isaac Hedger trying to get that position back. We kind of maybe push him off just a little bit, but we try to give him enough space and enough room as possible, and we still are staying ahead. But Hedger comes right back at us here. We're now side by side. Who's going to break into the Casio triangle we go? As I just completely messed that up. Holy crap, I meant spoon curve here. Spoon curve, totally no, that's spoon curve, not the Casio triangle. That's coming up shortly, and we are actually already past Casio triangle. So slight mistake on the commentaries booth. Not the best play-by-play guy, but here comes Isaac Hedger. Go down the inside here through turn number 1 as we go, and Hedger, he kind of broke a little bit early. Also, he didn't think, I think the AI just kind of hesitated, but he makes around that, and he moves up into 16th place. But yeah, the track does not feel full wets. I mean, it definitely feels like an inter tire, but I'm thinking maybe we could pull an IQ Strat, and what I'm thinking is if these AI pit, we can maybe go to the end on this wet tire to the end. I mean, I'm just saying, it might work, it might not work, but hey, it's 3 points, you know? But if these guys pit early, I think we could have a good shot, but the tires, they do say that they won't make it past, I think, lap 11, lap 13. Do I really try? I mean, do I really be bothered by that? Not really, so we'll have to see, obviously, seeing what we will do with Brendan so far. Don't know where Jack's really been doing in the race. I think he's just back there as well. But yeah, so far just in this opening lap, just trying to catch up. You can just see kind of struggling a little bit so far with the car. Trying to really just understand just what it's doing a little bit. Slight understeer, a little bit of some oversteer as well. That could just be getting a little too throttle happy, obviously. But there's some things that feel a little bit weird within the car, so hopefully we do make some improvements on that pretty soon. But yeah, there's quite a bit as we go way off track completely, and we are going to get a full, I think we might have got a full warning on that one, so obviously not great. Lap 3 now. Yeah, same thing. We've just lost 2 seconds this lap, and we skipped about half the lap, but the weather is starting to change. You can see the rain is it's actually quite lightened a little bit. So this does feel like it's inter tire. I'm going to just confirm the pit, because why not? And if there obviously is like a safety car, we can easily pounce on this inter tire, but I'm still thinking about staying out. And I think this might actually work. And actually, here comes everybody. Everybody's into the pits besides one of the McLarens. I think that's Oscar Piastri. Actually, there's a couple other people as well that did not pit. But yeah, everyone's in. We slide up in a P4. So Ollie Behrman, Gabriel Bortoletto, and whoever that other McLaren is. I don't know if that's Norris or Oscar, but they stay out. And actually, I think we're going to get a good look who that is. Actually, no, it's Jack. I forgot. Both the orange icons. That one of them looked like the other McLaren. But we'll find out who that is. But yeah, Jack stayed out as well because he thought I was going to pit. So that's why he stayed out. But obviously, we're gonna go for a massive gamble see if this works. And there is our second track limits warning. So if we get another one, we are getting a massive 3-second penalty coming our way. And hopefully we do not get any more of those, because we cannot afford one and at the lift, and we got one. Well, I mean, I deserved it. I mean, I'm kind of, I don't know, I just cannot get 130R correct either. I just cannot get 130R at all. And yeah, we're starting to feel it, but we're going to take the lead of this race. And lap 5, we are leading the Japanese Grand Prix, so Brendan Lee is leading a race. I mean, give this man a round of applause for all the stuff he does for YouTube. I mean, let's just give it up for Brendan. You know, he's doing a good job. But gap to Charles Leclerc, it's around 3.6, and a virtual safety car has been deployed. Not sure who that was from. Maybe someone broke a front wing. Maybe someone made a mistake. But VSC already been deployed on lap 5, and the VSC ends as we approach. Well, as we get ready for Spoon Curve, but the VSC is starting to end, and we are back green flag racing now on lap 5. And well, everybody's into the pits. Well, everybody did pit, and now we slot into P5 or P1. Sorry, I'm looking at the lap thing, lap 5. But yeah, no, we are P1. So this is brilliant. This has really worked out quite a bit for us. And so far, just trying to keep it clean now. Obviously, we got the 3-second time penalty, which we will not be able to get that removed at all. And just, again, brakes, they just don't work on this car. Brakes are illegal, I guess you could say, in this car. And the brakes, they do suck. It really just does not feel too great under braking. The car just feel like it just bottoms out when it brakes. And it definitely is not a great car. It feels horrendous, and that's kind of what you expect from a absolute just wank of a car, wank job, if that even makes sense. But Charles Leclerc trying to go down the inside of 130R. He was thinking about it, but he backed out of that one. And I mean, I was gonna give him space anyways, but yeah, the AI a little bit hesitant through 130R, but Leclerc should get us on this main straight here. We struggle on power, and you can just kind of see the car just stepping out quite a bit under power. Charles Leclerc with a phenomenal lap there, and I think we're 3 seconds slower, actually 4 seconds slower a lap. So this is, yeah, this is not great. I think our best lap was a 148 too. Yeah, we are, I mean, yeah, that was 3 seconds a lap slower. So we are, let me tell you, this car is really a boat. I guess you could say that confidently. It is a boat. But yeah, just trying to keep it clean, and 2 seconds now is the gap to Charles Leclerc. Oscar Piastri 1.9. We have a yellow flag behind. Not sure who that is for. Maybe someone possibly had a moment through there as well. So hopefully we'll get some sort of word on who that is shortly. Nico Hulkenberg's out of the race. So the man that completely shafted us in qualifying, and a red flag. So red flag deployed. Not sure how bad that accident was back there, but a red flag has finally been deployed, and I wish we got a replay on it, but however, replay mode for some reason has not been able to work over the past couple of days, so I can't really see what happened. Maybe he just caused an accident, but we're in a great position. Now we're going to start on the intermediate tire, and we're going to go back racing here on lap number 9. We slot in to P2, and we are underway for a second time for the Japanese Grand Prix, and this time we got a terrible start. That was a bad start. I think the last start that we had at the beginning of the race was a lot better than this one, but Verstappen trying to go on the outside, and actually he made a dummy move, and well, he paid the price for it. He went off track through turn number 1 as we go, but we lost track to Piastri, but we are sliding into P3, so we are into a podium. This is really impressive considering so far, and obviously that gamble did help because we were able to start on the intermediate tire, so without pitting into that group of cars, and you can see the car just steps out a lot through here, but Lando Norris goes down on the inside, and he made that move very easily. And again, it just does not stick through 130R, even through full throttle as well. Even in the drive 130R, it felt very it just felt understeery going through there. So this thing is this car is not great. When we have another yellow flag as well. I'm not sure who that is for now. I think someone might have spun behind us, but Verstappen thinking about going on the inside line if he thinks about it, but I don't think he's going to go for it. And I think that's actually, that might be a Haas that's one of the Haas drivers that has retired, and that's Esteban Ocon. So Ocon's already out of the race, and another red flag has been deployed. Oh my days, the red flags have been nuts today. That's the second one of the day, and and clearly that one was just a retirement. So that doesn't. That I have no words. Maybe the red flags. We might have to turn off red flags here because that was quite a bit. Here we go for the third time. Hopefully third time the charm as we are underway for a hopefully the final restart of the Japanese Grand Prix, and already making a 3 wide down in turn 1 is Verstappen. Does the same thing again. He goes around the outside and he pays the price. So now we're sliding to P3. We get contact actually with Oscar there. I think we might have gave him a little bit of a. I think we might have been a little too aggressive on that squeeze. So, I mean, I didn't really see how it was. So, hey, I mean, I'm not gonna interfere with the stewards, but hey, that's a warning, and we just have to deal with it. So we move on. But lap 13 now, we're in a great spot. It's just the one thing is just trying to keep these penalties intact. But when I struggle to hold on to the race car, it's not great. Around the outside goes Oscar Piastri. We shut the door on him. We're not letting him have that, and we make that very tough for Piastri, even though that move was not on. But yeah. We hang on, and speaking of moves not on, we couldn't even turn the car through there, and Piastri slots into P3, so Piastri now sits onto the podium. He's in clean air now, so hopefully he'll catch up to his teammate. Obviously the gap behind, you can just see how slow I am. I'm 4 seconds slower than the cars in front. I mean, this car, let me tell you, I mean, they've done some things on 25, but I've never had a race car this slow in the wet conditions. And obviously you're thinking the weather's going to get better because, oh, you know, it's not raining, but, well, it is raining, but, you know, depending on how long the red flag was, which could have been 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe an hour, you're thinking the rain would stop, but no, it's clearly a big rain cloud over the racetrack right now, and it's not going away, but the rain has lightened up quite a bit. But there goes Verstappen, down the inside, and the gap behind, well, the gap in front actually to Piastri at that point was 2.9, so... Well, it's obviously that gap is just coming away slowly, but the cars behind trying to keep that gap. But we have a 2-second gap to Gabby, so this is actually helping us out quite a bit so far. As Tsunoda behind us as well, so Tsunoda, he should get us through here pretty easily. I don't think we're gonna make this tough for him, but obviously just trying to hang on to the race car is one thing, but still just not feeling too comfortable in some corners, specifically the rain. Just haven't really driven much in the rain, and struggling for grip is the one thing. Just trying to get tire temp into the car as well, or trying to get some cold weather. We get another 3-second time penalty. That is now 6 seconds, and that was a pretty bad cut to turn number 1, and maybe we should have taken it a little bit too cautious, in the car slid out quite a bit. Actually, that's a very dangerous rejoin, and yeah, that was bad. I definitely need to give the position back for that one. I mean, stewards, sorry, but Brendan might have just committed a war crime through there. And go out a little bit wide, and Tsunoda goes down the inside through there. And now the gap is now 1 second to the cars behind. So now we have to break 6 seconds in the span of 7 laps. So now we really have to lock in, but trying to lock in is not working out too great right now because I can barely hold on to this race car. And cooked up the tires quite a bit too. The rears do feel pretty vulnerable, and they don't feel great. The rears definitely do feel shot. We get a exceed track limits warning again, so that's another track limits warning coming our way, and we could actually have a total of 9 track limits warnings at the end of the race. So that could not be great. But you can see the car, it just steps out, and I feel like I'm not giving too much throttle, but it just doesn't. It just oversteers like crazy, and again, I just can't. The thing is, if I do smooth inputs, which I've been trying to do for quite a bit, if I do smooth inputs, it doesn't get any better because I just lose time. So if I try to get on the throttle very quickly, and that's now 9 seconds, so more pens coming our way, and well, this race has just gone completely into the bin. Brendan is not going to get in trouble for this one. We're gonna blame the TP. We're gonna blame the team boss for this disastrous weekend. You know, always blame the boss. You know, it's never a bad idea to blame the boss. But that's another track limits warning. Lap 24 now. I mean, it's just the same thing. I just can't hold on to this race car. The tires are cooked. They're fried. Through 7th gear, trying to go through it flat. Now at this point, I'm just kind of experimenting. I mean, Brendan's not gonna get points. Even if he pulled out 2.1 seconds in enough time, that would be pretty rough. So obviously Brendan, he's had a stinker. It's not his fault. I'm gonna let him pass on this one, I guess you could say. But last lap now, well, it was 3.9, so we definitely have found pace. But you know, just trying to just experiment some things I can maybe do with this race car. But final lap now of this Japanese Grand Prix, and it has been a absolutely horrendous weekend for the team. Jack not delivering at all. Again, I think he's stuck in that massive train of cars, actually just going underneath the tunnel. We go out wide again. That's now 12 seconds of time penalties. I should have forgot about the time penalties. Now we're just trying to do a little bit of a drift. We're not going to get points. I mean, that whole gap, I think that train of cars is from like 7th to about 13th or 14th. So, you know, nothing I can do. But the car just steps out again. And the tires, I don't know what just happened. The car just, the wheel like ripped out of my hands with the force feedback. And we've actually lost out quite a bit there. So I'm not sure what happened, but the car just straight up stepped out again. So we try to floor through there. The tires are actually pretty cooked quite a bit, and I can't even hold on to the race car if I could. And actually the wheel disconnects at the last lap, and somehow we got point, and actually we finished P18. So Brendan, you're not in trouble. I can tell you that right now. Brendan's not in trouble. He was just memeing around. Yeah, what a stinker of a weekend.
And Leclerc to the line, to the checkered flag. It's King Charles today. He wins. What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. And that is a fabulous win. And the top step of the podium for Charles Leclerc.
Well, GG's. I guess you could say Charles Leclerc wins the Japanese Grand Prix. He drove a great race. As well, and yeah, it was a not too pleasant of a weekend for Brendan. Not too pleasant for a weekend as well for Savage Motorsports. The team that's trying to be Savage is not Savage. I mean, it's like bringing a spoon to a gunfight, in the words of Will Buxton. I mean, this is horrendous. It's like going up against the #1 roaster in the country, and yeah, you showed up to the wrong event, clearly, I guess you could say. That made 0 sense, so someone's going to flame me for that in the comments. But yeah, what is there really else to say other than just maybe, I don't know. I mean, the car just felt terrible. Honestly, the car just felt terrible all the way around. Just did not stick at all in any corner. I knew it was going to struggle. The Japan luck is still not changed, so we're still trying to get a good result at Japan, and it's not worked out quite a bit. So obviously I'm not gonna fire anybody, as actually there is a wheel disconnect. Actually the wheel is starting to go out quite a bit, so yeah, there was obviously that didn't happen obviously during the race, but my whole dash shut off, and it's kind of crazy because this is a brand new wheel when I recorded this, so I obviously it's the same wheel I bought back in September, but yeah, I think it just maybe like the plug got loose or something on the outside or something like that, but yeah, P18 for Brendan. Yeah, nothing really else other than say than just abysmal for him, and just yeah, not great, but yeah, look at all these time penalties. I mean, these are multiple, and all these are from Brendan Lee. So Brendan, yeah, he's not enjoying it, and that's just the struggle with holding onto this race car. I couldn't set a consistent lap in the rain. I mean, this car, it is not great in the rain. I can tell you that right now. And then you kind of expect that from pretty crappy cars, but yeah, Charles Leclerc leading the Drivers' Championship. Brendan dead last now. Obviously makes sense, 0 pointless, but yeah, Charles Leclerc leading the standings. So man, that would be really cool to see that happen again. That'd be really cool. I'm talking about real life, but yeah, that one hit me in the feels a little bit there. I do like Charles Leclerc. Glad he's leading the championship in a career mode save, I guess you could say. But yeah, next week is Bahrain. Yeah, obviously, well, not next week, obviously. Next episode will be Bahrain. Hopefully for a better weekend there. Bahrain's always a track I like. I will try to clean up the little bit of the heroics. If some people didn't think I was taking this seriously, I was. I couldn't keep the car on track. Maybe towards the end I was kind of goofing around, but I mean, I do apologize for that. But yeah, there's definitely just some things that just trying to understand with this race car, and yeah, getting ready for Bahrain is going to be the next step, and I think we can make that happen. But we will just have to see what happens, and as we approach the rest of the triple header as we go. So get some upgrades on the car, get ready for the next one. But I thank you guys for watching this video. Thank everybody for all the support you guys give this channel. I appreciate you all. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your weekend. And I will see you guys in the next video. Catch y'all later.